What are you gonna do? Speaking of people saying, what are you gonna do? Here's Joe Biden. The Biden admin. Biden dismisses the idea that his administration should have acted sooner on baby formula shortage. Sorry, folks, I just woke up. President Joe Biden on Friday, it was a couple days ago, but we're getting to it now, defended the White House's response to a months-long shortage of infant formula in the United States and dismissed the idea that his administration should have acted sooner, saying they, quote, moved as quickly as a problem became apparent to us. Following remarks in the White House Rose Garden, Biden pushed back. He was like, Pav, you got pushed back by Biden. When asked if the administration should have reacted faster to shortages of baby formula nationwide, telling CNN's Jerry McDiamond, if we'd been better mind readers, I guess we could have. The president later said resolving the issue requires that the federal government, quote, move with caution as well as speed, adding that it is important to make sure what we're getting is, in fact, first-rate product. I mean, when has the United States government ever cared about having a, quote, first-rate product? We have the worst food of any developed country, right? Any country in the so-called West, whatever the fuck that means. Any, non-third world country, whatever the fuck that means, right? America is a third world country. Our food quality is garbage. Actually, food imports are banned in a lot of European countries because the FDA is so poorly run in this country and regulations are so shitty. Anyway, so, two... just look at this fucking country. Look at the infrastructure, right? Bridges have fallen apart. Water quality is poisoned in 50 of 50 states, right? But then also, I want to focus on this part. If we'd been better mind readers, this reeks of when Kamala Harris, in October of 2021, right? Kamala Harris was like, oh, COVID variants? Didn't see it coming. We were totally blindsided. This seems to be a recurring issue in the White House, is that they are the United States government. They have infinite money, infinite resources, right? Infinite authority to spend those money and resources, right, to discover problems in this country. And they don't. They just don't fucking care. Right? Again, I've known of the baby formula shortage at least since February of this year. A couple months ago was when I first heard that it was actually going to get really bad. So, once again, some stupid ass fucking bitch, some dumb, I don't even have kids, I don't even want kids, some stupid, low IQ, high school dropout whore doing a podcast somehow has access to more information than the entirety of the White House. The White House, as a whole, the thousands and thousands and thousands of moving parts and people that work in the White House, somehow they have less information than me? I refuse to believe that. So anyway, I don't give a shit about what else he has to say. But we'll see how they act on this. Oh, what are they going to do? Give free baby formula to people? Of course not. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to fucking improve safety standards. They're not going to regulate any of these corporations. They're not going to engage in antitrust for these baby formula, companies. There's 3 companies that control 80 to 90% of the production and supply of this stuff. They're not going to do anything. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck if your kids die. They don't care. Republicans want to make it so you have more kids, reduce the supply of food, increase the, quote, domestic infant supply, according to Amy Coney Barrett. Is it Coney or Comey? I don't know. Right? I always get them confused. Coney, Comey. I'm bad with, binaries, right? If something is either this or that, I can't do it. If there's 3 options, I can remember it. If there's 3, if it was Coney, Coley, or Comey, I'd be able to remember which one it is. But the fact that there's only 2 options in my head, I don't know. It's Comey or Coney. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. So reduce the supply of food, increase the supply of babies. That's the Republican fascist mantra. Democrats, we're not mind readers, bro. We're not mind readers. That's like Kamala Harris was like, oh, would you expect us to know that COVID variants are happening? Stupid bitch here. I'm dumb. I'm a low IQ dunderhead Neanderthal, right? I knew about the fact that viruses can mutate. I knew that COVID was a virus, and I know that viruses can mutate. I've known that viruses could mutate since I started watching horror movies, like zombie movies, when I was like fucking 7 years old. Somehow, the White House, they had no idea. They didn't know. They couldn't figure, oh, viruses mutate. Oh, fuck. I had no, whoa! Like, I mean, like, again, this is the most incompetent fucking administration that we, and like, and I know, given the, I know. But like, my God, man. At least Trump didn't care. Can you really claim, like, this is my thing. Can you really claim that Trump was incompetent? He was a reality show star. He only wanted to be president for the notoriety, right? There was no projected competence, right? Like, he didn't give a fuck and he wore it on his sleeve. And that's why I fucking hated him. That's why I think he's a garbage fucking president. If you were to play a president on a TV show, like, oh, what if this guy was president? Okay, I'm in, right? Why not? Let's watch a fun show. But the fact that he was actually the president, that's fucked up. But then Biden comes along and he's like, we need to bring back competency to the White House. We need to put the adults back in charge. And this is what we have to deal with? Like, the delta between projected confidence and competence versus what we actually got. With Donald Trump, honestly, it was, you know, pretty much right on the money. We all expected nothing, and we got nothing. With Joe Biden, this motherfucker was selling us a bunch of snake oil, and now he's like, bro, we're not mind readers. What the hell? You got the entirety of the White House. The entire U.S. government. They didn't know? They didn't know about the baby formula shortage? Do you not have anyone in your family that has kids? I knew that baby formula was starting to become, like, reduced in supply during the pandemic because someone in my family had a kid. So when I go to the grocery store, I noticed that things were a lot, like, you know, they didn't restock as much and stuff like that. Right? But, like, does no one in the White House know anyone that has kids? Does no one in the White House have any kids? Oh, wait, no, they do have kids, right? But they're all rich, out-of-touch fucking cocksuckers. And right, so they hire a bunch of poor people to go, like, shopping for their food for them. They don't actually go to the grocery store. You think anyone at the White House actually does their own shopping? I mean, we saw how that turned out when George H.W. Bush was trying to shop. Right? They avoid that shit. They don't want to go to the grocery store. Remember when Donald Trump was the president? God, that feels great to say, by the way. Remember when Donald Trump was the president? As in, he's no longer, he lost the election. Donald Trump lost. That's great. But anyway, like, he had this, like, he said this one thing, like, when COVID started. There was something along the lines of, like, you know, like, how much does milk and cereal cost? Like, you're spending $10 for a gallon of milk and a box of cereal or something. And it was like, or it was like, I think it was like something even more ridiculous, like $20. I don't know. But anyway, like, they don't know anything. These motherfuckers are crazy. But anyway, there's Joe Biden. You know, he's, the adults are back in charge. Yeah, the fucking dementia-ridden fucking, like, you know, hasn't, you know, like, doesn't even know what year it is, doesn't even know what fucking century it is. Everyone around him is asleep at the wheel. But yeah, the adults are back in charge. Motherfucker, I would rather have, like, the administration from Don't Look Up. Like, that's a fucking, like, joke of a movie. I would rather have them in charge. I'd rather have any, like movie president or television show president than what we have to do with now. Like, my God. Like, get the motherfucker from West Wing in here. Like, I'm like, at least, I don't know. Like, this guy sucks.